This is the 3-piece myofascial set. We're going to start by using the roller and put the rest to the side. The first thing we're going to work on is the TFL and the IT band. Whenever those are tight, they give you knee pain and hip discomfort on the side. In order to start working on the TFL, you're going to find the crease between the torso and the thigh and roll onto that side. While you're applying pressure, you're going to roll backwards and forward, finding those tender areas and working them out. To work the IT band out, cross the top leg forward and support yourself on the heel and elbow. Roll up and down from the hip all the way down to the knee. You can always raise yourself up or put more pressure by adjusting the amount of pressure you're putting on your heels and your elbow. When you find an area that's extremely tender, you stay right below it and start flexing and extending the knee as far as you can go. Once you repeat this 5-6 times, you roll further down and repeat the same thing. To use the roller for the low back and mid back, you should find the area where your back starts curving. Lean backwards and roll up and down. Remember to never flex forward while you're using the roller on your back. Always extend the head backwards and roll up and down. The roller can be helpful to open up the chest. You place it along the upper back. You tilt your head all the way back and let the hands fold down to the sides. Stay in this position for 10-15 seconds. The roller should be the first tool you use to work on your glutes. To do that, you're going to place the roller right below your buttocks. Cross the right leg over the left one and roll up and down. In order to put more pressure on the glutes, you should roll towards your right side. That allows to put more pressure on the muscle. If that's too much, rotate back to the center and keep rolling up and down. You can use the roller to also work on your hamstrings. Place it right below the knee and roll up and down to work on the hamstrings. You can double up the pressure by placing the opposite leg over and tilting a little bit towards the right hand side. Another area you can use the roller to work on is the Soleus and the Gastrocnemius. Just make sure that you are putting the proper pressure. If doubling up is too much, stay with one leg and make sure you're getting all the motion from the heel all the way up to the knee. You can also turn to the side and on the inside. Remember, you can double it up if you require more pressure. The second piece of the myofascial set is the peanut ball. It has two elevated sides that go on either side of the spine. These are to work on the paraspinal muscles that typically get tight and produce achiness. You roll up and down the spine, making sure you're not flexing forward. Tilt the head all the way back and allow the pressure to be applied on the muscles on the side of the spine. For the peanut ball to be more effective in the low back, lumbar area, raise your legs up and place the peanut ball right at the bottom of your spine. You can hold it there for a few seconds and then start rolling up and down to loosen up the muscles around the spine. Make sure that you're never flexing forward while you're using any of these tools. Another great way to use the peanut ball is on the rhomboids. The rhomboids are between the shoulder blades and the spine. You place the peanut ball right there and start warming up the area by stretching them out, crossing the hands just like in the video. Then you roll on the side and put a little more pressure while pressing on the muscles. This should be performed on both sides equally. Remember, whenever you're getting off a tool, always turn to the side and never flex forward. The third part of the myofascial set is the single ball. This is used to dig in deeper, and it could be very sensitive. First area we're going to use it is in the shoulder blade. You roll around from left to right and then up and down to warm up the area. Once the area is warmed up, you put your arm in 90 degrees and you induce internal and external rotation of the shoulder. You repeat this exercise 10 times and then you extend the shoulder all the way up. You should be trying to keep the wrist as close to the floor as possible. If you require more pressure, rotate a little bit towards the side you're working on and continue the same exercises. Another area you can use the single ball to work on is the lats. You start by warming them up by moving forward and backwards and up and down while working on the knots in the lats. Once the whole area is warmed up, you're going to start extending the shoulder up and down, flexing and extending. Another area you can use the single ball with is the glutes and piriformis area. Because of the very pinpoint pressure that the single ball provides, start by applying a single leg pressure, and if that's not enough, you can use your body weight to induce more pressure. The motion should be circular, up and down, and sideways, regardless of the pressure that you decide to use. If you still want to add more pressure, remember that you can always cross the leg over and do the same kind of motion. If you're going to do rotations, do clockwise and counterclockwise, up, down, and side to side. Remember to use the myofascial set after exercise. Perform 10 to 15 passes on each muscle group and perform the same routine on both sides of the body. Start with light pressure and build up as you see necessary. And do not use the myofascial set more than once per day.